First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Welcome into Fox 10 Midday. Happy Thursday or happy Friday Eve. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell, and we're so glad you've joined us on the show today.
Yeah, glad to talk about this lovely forecast this afternoon. Yeah. It's cool, but it's nice. It's got a little bit of a wintry feel out there, but not super cold, so it's bearable. Lovely sunshine out there. The views have been gorgeous, but we're getting ready for a couple things. Very warm on Saturday. Like temperature low 70s.
Ooh, okay.
Friday as well is going to be pretty warm, getting to the low 70s. And then the bottom traps out early next week.
Gotcha. No complaints there. I mean, it sounds lovely.
I mean, it sounds Christmassy weather, or I should say like winter frigid weather. So let's get right to it with our forecast here. Here's the live cameras right now across the region showing you the views, and it's blue sky right now. That is the big deal with our views that we have out there. Really great pictures from these live cameras. Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai camera, you can see that's our camera at the Admiral, looking good. Navigator Credit Union camera looking good as well. So zooming in on some of these, the Scarlet Pearl camera in D'Iberville, Mississippi, you can see 56 degrees, north-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, dew point of 32 degrees, so the air is dry out there. So it looks like an orange beach. I love this shot here. This is looking on the east side of the pass, and look off in the distance. You can see some of the buildings way off in the distance there. 57 degrees, variable winds at 4 miles per hour. As you're out the door, you're going to have the need for a light jacket maybe with temperatures in the upper 50s, but that sunshine makes it feel pretty nice outside. There's a very light breeze going on. Your forecast this afternoon, 57 in Grove Hill, 58 in Monroeville, 59 in Bruton and Atmore, 58 in Mobile, and 59 in Gulf Shores. So really a nice looking forecast today. However, our weather headlines do show that we have some things to think about in the days ahead. Cool for us today, but then a warm Friday and Saturday with, again, those temperatures getting up to around 70 degrees. Then the Arctic blast comes in on Sunday, and this is a real Arctic blast. Look at these temperatures. So I think Sunday we start the day in the 50s. So that's a cool day. It's on Sunday with temperatures in the 50s. Then the temperatures go down in the afternoon and evening pretty quickly, and it really goes down because we get all the way down to 26 degrees there on a Monday morning. And then looking, it's a couple of days here where we have those cooler temperatures. Then looking way ahead, after that cold blast, we start to think about the Christmas forecast. This is the Christmas week forecast all the way up to December 25th. This is the Climate Prediction Center's early outlook showing warmer than average temperatures possibly. Now that's not set in stone, but it's an indication. Of course, we'll be fine-tuning that long-range forecast, and I'll have a look at the cold blast in more detail coming up.
Thank you, Nick. First in our headlines today, American forces seizing an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast as part of President Trump's anti-narco trafficking push. This video shows personnel rappelling from a helicopter onto the deck of a crude carrier named Skipper. The vessel was sanctioned by the U.S. government for transporting oil from Venezuela to Iran to help foreign terrorist organizations. This is just the latest attempt by the Trump administration to pressure leader Nicolas Maduro, who is facing narco-terrorism charges in the U.S. Venezuela's government calling the move an act of international piracy.
They are thieves. They are accustomed to that. We are ready to carry on and take on everything, prolonged and active resistance.
Meanwhile, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado appeared in public for the first time in 11 months in Norway. Just hours before, her daughter accepted the Nobel Peace Prize award on her behalf. The Wall Street Journal reports Machado escaped Venezuela with help from the U.S. Meanwhile, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, the public face of President Trump's immigration crackdown, is on Capitol Hill today, facing questions from lawmakers who claim the agency is not just targeting violent criminals. Let's go to Fox's Rebecca Castor.
Whether it's China, Russia, Iran, or some other actor, the annual Worldwide Threats hearing is typically a time for lawmakers to question our national security agencies about potential dangers. But with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem testifying at a time when her agency is under intense scrutiny, Congress is more focused on problems at home.
She's got a lot of explaining to do about why she's not just going after the, quote, worst of the worst, which we all agree on. She's also been deporting and detaining U.S. citizens.
Get ICE off our streets! Stop terrorizing our community!
According to Nome, ICE has deported more than 200,000 people since President Trump returned to office. But data published by UC Berkeley shows more than a third had no criminal records.
You haven't been telling us the truth.
We are doing our targeted enforcement operations against criminal illegal aliens. Individuals that are in that area may be detained until we verify who they are, and then they are released.
Nome was also asked about ongoing U.S. strikes against alleged drug smuggling boats, as well as the threat of drones at the FIFA World Cup and Olympics.
We don't want just to detect. We don't want to just monitor. We need to mitigate. We need to take these drones down.
Unsatisfied with her leadership, several Democrats want Nome to resign. But she and the White House are rejecting rumors that her days at DHS are numbered.
President Trump and I are doing wonderfully.
Nome is also facing a potential contempt charge for possibly defying a federal judge's order on migrant flights to El Salvador. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
In the meantime, the Trump administration says the U.S. economy is well positioned heading into the new year, predicting Americans will see lower inflation and steady employment through 2026. This despite the Federal Reserve not quite giving the president all the rate cuts he wants. Chairman Jerome Powell announcing at the Fed's final meeting of the year a 25 basis point rate cut. But moving forward, we'll wait and see how the economy evolves before going further.
There is no risk-free path for policy as we navigate this tension between our employment and inflation goals.
The head of the Federal Reserve is a stiff.
And President Trump says he will soon announce who he wants to replace the Fed chair. Turning to local news, the latest on a shooting in Foley. Police are still on the lookout for the suspect accused of shooting a man in a targeted attack. Police say it all happened Tuesday afternoon at a home on Linda Court. Investigators say evidence shows there appears to have been a struggle which led up to the shooting. We're told that out of concern for the victim's safety, investigators are being tight-lipped about names. And all they have to go on right now is the suspect's nickname. But they do say the victim and the shooter know each other.
At this point, we do know the victim invited the offender in, the suspect. We haven't gotten identification on that because of the victim's condition. We haven't made an arrest. We're still following up some leads.
And Foley police say if you live in the Linda Court and North Cedar area and you saw something or have security camera footage of unusual activity, that you should go ahead and give them a call. Well, it's been more than a year since friends or family have heard from missing Mobile woman Lacey Walker. Now they are hoping someone out there can provide them with some answers about her disappearance. When Lacey's mother died a few years ago, Angela Wright did what she could to look after Lacey. Now she's made it her mission to get to the bottom of Lacey's disappearance. Lacey was even featured on Team Sheriff's Facebook page twice in the past year. Investigators said they originally thought she was hiding out because of active warrants for her arrest. But now they say it's concerning she hasn't checked in with anyone in more than a year.
We knew that she wasn't hiding because she still kept constant contact with her children, and that wasn't happening.
We're told Lacey has a 7- and 9-year-old, and they are currently living with their grandmother. Wright hopes somebody who knows something will call the Mobile County Sheriff's Office to ultimately help bring Lacey home. For the first time in a decade, a black bear hunt is underway in Florida. 172 people won bear hunting permits through a statewide lottery. This comes after months of debate between the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, hunters, and animal activists. One animal welfare group, known as Bear Warriors United, even offered hunters $2,000 to surrender their bear tags and spare a bear's life. We're told other activists bought tags specifically not to use them. We still don't know how many black bears have been harvested so far in the hunt. Fox 10 News reached out to the FWC for an update, and we were told we needed to file a public records request to get those numbers. That request is in, and we're waiting to hear back. We'll update you once we learn more. After more than 2 years of construction, South McGregor Avenue between Airport Boulevard and Dauphin Street is officially reopened. My friend Stephen Moody is live this morning with more on that. And Stephen, this is a big day for residents who live in the area.
Yes, it is, and I'm one of those residents, and I can just tell you that from when construction started to today, there's a buzz in this area. We've been following the story since construction began back in 2023, and now the big day is finally here. Yay! Contractors officially broke ground in May of 2023, and it was expected to reopen by December 31st. But here we are weeks earlier saying hello to the new South McGregor Avenue.
It is beautiful, and it's going to make a huge difference for all of the residents of this area. And as they said with all the speeches, we've waited a long time, but it's taken a great effort.
We've been involved with a lot of ribbon cuttings, but this one's really special. And part of the special part to me is that we did get finished early, and it has been so disruptive to so many people. But now with the Christmas shopping going on, the holiday season, because of all the merchants that are at either end of McGregor, I'm just really happy for them and for the commuters that it'll cut so much time off of just being in traffic. So very exciting.
Over the past few years, the city has spent time adding a roundabout, a sidewalk, a turning lane, as well as drainage and sewage upgrades. The $25 million investment aims to improve traffic flow and pedestrian safety. New Mobile Mayor Spiro Chirigatis says he appreciates the efforts of everyone involved.
What I'm thankful for is we have so many great people who have been doing it and have been doing it well and are just setting me and the city of Mobile up for success. And so I'm very thankful for them. I'm thankful to be a part of what is happening in the city of Mobile.
Commuters have had to use alternate routes and have even had to cut through residential neighborhoods just to get to their destinations. So this will be a welcome relief as we get closer to the new year.
It's going to be really good for me and all the residents that are tired of the traffic coming through the back way.
Now, Mayor Chirigatis actually did a ceremonial drive around this roundabout behind me, and immediately following that ceremony, the road reopened. And I can say that we've been here since then, and there have been no problems. So, a big day here in the city of Mobile. Reporting live this morning here in Mobile, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Stephen. I know a lot of people in the port city that are excited for the update on that project. Well, it's 11:12 now, and still to come, the new airport expansion is on track to cost less than originally thought. Plus, the new Tensaw River Bridge is on schedule. We have an update on both of those major projects when we come back. But first, Nick, a lovely day ahead for us.
Definitely so. In fact, temperatures get up to close to 60 degrees this afternoon. It is going to be a nice day with plenty of sunshine, but some changes are ahead in the forecast. We'll have much more coming up on your forecast here on Fox 10 Midday. Live look from the Fairhope Pier on our lovely Thursday. Cool temperatures out there, light jackets needed, but a beautiful sunny day. Great day for a walk along the water. Nice to see the view from Fairhope Pier. So this afternoon, it will be warm. Your afternoon forecast shows temperatures, I said warm, pause. Reset. This afternoon, it will be cool and comfortable. Temperatures this afternoon, 57 degrees in Grove Hill, 58 in Monroeville, 59 in Evergreen, 58 Mobile, and 59 in Gulf Shores. But some temperature changes are ahead. This afternoon is that kind of comfortable one with temperatures in the 50s, 58 degrees under that sunny sky. You can see this evening cool, 49 there at 7 p.m. under a clear sky, 48 at 8 p.m. But the changes are ahead. It does get warm Friday and Saturday with temperatures in the low 70s. That is warm relative to what we have been. Then looking ahead, an Arctic blast moves in with a front really beginning on Sunday here. Sunday we'll see the temperatures go down through the day, and then eventually in the evening time and overnight we plummet into the 20s. Rainfall forecast over the next 7 days. What does this show us? Well, it shows us that we could get Some light rain here at some point in the period this weekend as the front passes. I'm not ruling out a chance of a shower on Saturday or maybe very early on Sunday as the front is working through. Here's what it looks like in our Futurecast modeling. This is the graph model. We're taking it out about 48 hours. And you can see 3 p.m. on Thursday. This is what it looks like. 59 degrees in Mobile, 56 in Gulf Shores. Then this evening, temperatures in the 40s. We could get to around 39 degrees in our inland spots here. Then a few clouds start to roll in late in the day on Friday. Upper level clouds, then some a little bit more denser, kind of overcast almost in some spots by 9 p.m. on Friday, especially in our Mississippi counties. And we could see some showers that start to roll in here as well. This is that small rain chance that I'm incorporating in around 20% on Saturday. And temperature again on Saturday is pretty mild or warm, right around 70 degrees in the low 70s. Then on Sunday you see 51 here in the morning. I think we could top out around 54 degrees in the late morning before things start to go down, at least based on what the forecast models say right now, based on what we can tell with this pattern. We're going to be on our way down through the evening time, and eventually it's 26 degrees on Monday morning. In fact, look at the inland temperatures on Monday morning. 20 in Grove Hill, 22 in Evergreen. So warm, then cold is the story here. 70, 73. Then we drop Sunday, first half of the day in the 50s. Then we get into the 40s, and it will go all the way to 20s overnight. And look at the afternoon high on Monday. It's only 49 degrees. Monday will be a cold day. Here's what it looks like in the 7-day outlook. And you see those temperatures there going up. Then that small rain chance on Sunday or Saturday might have a mostly cloudy kind of picture there. Then Sunday, that cold front passes through, temperatures plummet down, and the following looks a pretty calm one. We have a cold spell in the near term, but then temperatures moderate towards the middle of next week.
All right, thanks, Nick. Construction is on schedule for the new Tensas River Bridge. The $78 million project is set to replace the westbound bridge near Battleship Park. The Alabama Department of Transportation, ALDOT, says the hefty price tag is what it takes to build a bridge of this magnitude. ALDOT officials say the foundation for the bridge is now complete. Crews have also finished the dirt foundation for the entrance and exit ramps. The new bridge will include a dedicated pedestrian and bicycle path to accommodate everyone.
The idea there is to connect with Spanish Fort has a long-term project to redevelop the causeway. Their plan is to make it family friendly. So this was designed with that in mind.
Now the focus turns to framing. We're told the bridge is still on track to open in the fall of 2027. And even more good news now for the local economy. The Mobile Airport Authority says the new terminal is now $19 million under budget. The Airport Authority chairman says early construction bids last year put the estimated project cost at more than $400 million. After getting new bids for the interior build-out, we're told the pricing came in a lot lower. We're also told the new terminal at Mobile Aeroplex at Brookley is now on track to cost about $362 million overall. Now, the Airport Authority says flights should start by November of 2026. And a major development is planned for Monroe County. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announcing that Bad Boy Mowers plans to invest $10.5 million into a new tractor assembly plant in Monroeville. The new plant will be in the former Vanity Fair Distribution Center and will create about 50 new jobs. The company says it plans to build several different models of tractors at the plant and anticipates around 9,000 made per year. 11:21 now. Coming up, a woman is rescued from a burning car in Arizona by a police officer. We have this body camera video when we come back here on Fox. Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. An Arizona woman is sharing a terrifying experience caught on camera. Last May, Ashari Montgomery's car caught fire after a crash on the highway, and you can see in this body cam footage just how intense the flames got, with her doors jammed and smoke filling her lungs. All Montgomery could do was lift up a prayer and start honking for help. Well, it turns out that honking alerted nearby Goodyear police officer Dakota Berry, who then sprang into action.
As soon as you saw him, what went through your head?
I saw him coming, and I was just like relief but I was still kind of scared.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's been more than 6 months since that harrowing day, but it isn't over for Montgomery. Doctors say the flames burned a third of her body, mostly her left side. She's faced multiple surgeries, skin grafts, and physical therapy. Everywhere she goes, Montgomery wears a full bodysuit that she says helps her burns heal. A crazy, wild story, but so thankful she's okay. Well, thrill seekers looking for a rush of adrenaline might want to try skiing this season if they haven't already. But the activity can be dangerous, even with experience, and especially in remote mountain areas. In fact, it's causing safety experts to wave red flags. Many are citing a growing trend in social media videos inspiring amateurs to try skiing in backcountry regions with unmarked and unmanicured terrain. In northern Vermont, crews recently had to help 2 people from out of state who wound up getting lost.
Stone Mountain Rescue responded to a 911 call for 2 lost skiers. One was a skier, one was a snowboarder, 2 19-year-olds. They referenced a TikTok video which had influenced them to drive up from New York, ski this terrain.
While rescue officials say most of these backcountry videos are filmed by advanced skiers, they're prompting people who lack the skills to help keep them safe to give it a go. Experts warn resort skiers to stay on properly marked trails, saying it's not safe to follow random tracks off course. And then an out-of-control powerboat slams into another docked boat. Witnesses on the dock in the Dana Point Harbor Tuesday heard fiberglass shredding and metal twisting. Harbor patrol officers say the boat's new owner was learning how to operate it when he inadvertently put the throttle forward. Video from boaters in the area show it heading straight toward a second boat that was tied up with no one on board. The out-of-control boat hit the other and a smaller one and then drifted several feet before stopping short of the harbor bridge. The boat that got the worst of it has been towed away. The other is parked at the dock, but there isn't much visible damage except for a mangled railing. Some wild stories there. 11:27 now, and coming up, Time Magazine reveals its Person of the Year. We have that story and much more approaching in your business news, plus AI in the real estate world. Right now, there is a debate on how the tools could be used. The details in this week's Did You Know? But first, Nick, what should we know about the forecast?
Well, it's going to be a lovely afternoon for us, and this evening, really not that bad. Temperatures are cool, but we are getting into a warmer trend in the next couple of days. So a lot to talk about with temperatures in this forecast. I'll have a lot to talk about.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome in. It's time for your half-hour headlines today. Officials are advising about 100,000 people to evacuate certain areas of Washington state. An atmospheric river is causing heavy rainfall there, flooding, and even mudslides. The governor says he declared a state of emergency since some rivers could reach historic levels. This video behind me shows water rescues in multiple areas. In south central Washington, officials say at least 2 major mudslides have even blocked parts of I-90. And in the northwest, sandbag volunteers are shoring up an old dike system along the Skagit River. And then lawmakers in Washington are getting ready to vote on dueling health care bills. The Democratic plan extends the expiring COVID-era insurance credits by 3 years. But Republicans are now pushing their own plan created by Senate Health Committee Chairman Bill Cassidy and Senator Mike Crapo. Now, the GOP plan would let the enhanced credits expire and instead would put that money into health savings accounts for people who buy certain Obamacare plans. Neither bill is expected, though, to get the 60 votes needed to pass the Senate. And then finally, a big honor for former Alabama coach Nick Saban. He was inducted into the prestigious hall, joining more than a dozen other former athletes and coaches. Saban represents Toledo, Michigan State, LSU, and Alabama in his big induction. But it's at Alabama, of course, where he cemented his status. Saban holds the record for the most national championships in FBS history and was the first to win a title at 2 different FBS schools since the AP poll inception. Saban retired after the 2023 season. And then turning to your business news, a changing of the guard at Coca-Cola. Snap junk food bans expands. New Jersey advances a bill to ban plastic utensils, and Time Magazine is officially naming its Person of the Year. Fox's CJ Papa has today's business headlines.
Coca-Cola naming an insider to be its next CEO, replacing James Quincy. Enrique Braun has extensive international leadership experience at the company. He will take over as CEO effective March 31st. Quincy will transition to the role of executive chairman. 6 more states now banning SNAP recipients from using their benefit to buy junk food. Hawaii, Missouri, North Dakota, South Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee joined 12 other states in restricting the purchase of certain sugary drinks and food. And speaking of bans, first it was straws, then it was bags. Now the state of New Jersey is considering a ban on plastic utensils. State lawmakers advancing legislation that would prohibit restaurants from giving takeout customers single-use utensils or condiments unless they ask for them. That even includes chopsticks. And the architects of AI have been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2025, reflecting the massive rise of artificial intelligence we've seen over the past year. The back cover shows the industry's top figures, including Elon Musk, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and others. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Well, new claims for unemployment benefits rose more than expected last week. There were 236,000 new claims filed in the week ending December 6th, an increase of 44,000. However, there's a sign people are coming off long-term unemployment. Continuing claims declined to 1.8 million.
Here's a look outside right now. This is what it looks like at Pensacola Beach. You can see there, really looking good with the lovely white sand and very calm waters out there. That is a nice view for sure. Other views across the area showing you what's going on. Ain't that nice? You can see the causeway looking real good with the blue sky and very nice kind of bluish looking water from the camera at least. You can see the skyline here in Mobile looking good from Daphne as well. So as you're out the door over the next couple of hours here, we're expecting temperatures in the 50s, so make sure you have some form of jacket or at least a sweater, something, but the sunshine makes it feel pretty nice out there. Winds are light. Your forecast this afternoon, mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the 50s, 57 in Grove Hill, 58 in Monroeville, 59 in Evergreen. Talking about 58 in Mobile and 59 in Gulf Shores. Great day for a walk around. Just looking good. Now, this afternoon, we're going to see a few clouds that roll through. These are going to be upper level clouds that's going to make for a very, very pretty sunset. And this is the HRRR model, and this is the first time I'm showing this one, showing us a slightly different picture here as we go into Friday evening. So Friday morning, see maybe some patchy fog over the Delta. Then Friday's a nice, mostly sunny first half of the day. Then in the evening time, you see the clouds that start to roll in here. This is 9:30 on Friday, and you can see just a handful of showers that are out there. And those start to push in. And early on Saturday, we start to introduce a rain chance. And there is a rain chance on Saturday for us here. Very small one. We don't get a lot of rain out of it. Less than 0.4 of an inch, or less than 0.04 of an inch, so barely anything out of that rainfall. And looking ahead, though, we have some rainfall chance on Saturday, Sunday. Temperatures, morning temperatures in the 50s there, afternoon temperatures in the 70s. This is all ahead of our next system. It's a front that passes through, and it really knocks our temperatures down here. On Monday morning, getting all the way down to 26 degrees. In fact, in our inland spots, we could get to around 20 degrees. Take a look at it here. 20 degrees in Grove Hill, 21 in Monroeville, 26 in Mobile, and 28 in Gulf Shores. So very, very cold temperatures. In fact, we could see feels like temperatures in the teens for us on Monday morning. In the teens, because there will be a little bit of wind. So go ahead and prepare yourself now. Monday morning is going to be that kind of frigid cold. We need to make sure we're taking the steps to be ready because we're going to have to deal with that. Here's the 7-day outlook, and here's how we get that small rain chance that comes in on Saturday, around 20%. And we'll keep a small one on Sunday as well as that front's working its way across the area. Then we're done with that, and temperatures do moderate. It's only a couple of days here where we have temperatures in the 40s. Then we get up to a more reasonable spot towards the end of next week.
Thank you, Nick. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, and right now there's a debate in the real estate industry over how AI tools could be used. Susan Campbell explains what's at stake.
Like most things with artificial intelligence, there are some really good outcomes and some not so great ones. And when it comes to home listings, how do you know it's real and what's AI? And does it even matter?
Take a 30-second tour through this dream home. From floor-to-ceiling windows to the sprawling backyard with fire features by the pool, you're gonna see it all. And it's AI. This video was created with AutoReal using just a handful of still images.
The photos they already have are now brought to life because that's what drives engagement.
Alok Gupta is one of the founders of AutoReal. He says this is a cost-effective way to market a home.
The AI basically just predicts what the next frame or next word is going to be. So we've really optimized our algorithms and our AI engine to be, very factually correct. So we don't adjust any fixtures, not even a crack in the driveway. And basically what you see is truly what you get because that's the buyer expectation.
While Alok says his technology isn't hiding anything, some realtors worry that artificial intelligence could be used to embellish listings.
Did you use any AI in the listings for this house?
Zero AI.
Realtor Trevor Halpern says at this Phoenix property, his clients paid for real staging. But scroll through listings and you'll find all kinds of AI, from virtual staging to digital flyovers.
None of it is real. And so that can also lead to manipulation of, hey, let's make the roof look a little better. Hey, let's make the landscaping look better. Hey, let's make the sky look really bright. Let's create digital emotion to try to drive people into the listing.
Maybe it gets a potential buyer through the front door. Trevor says it could be a risk for sellers.
If you are presenting something digitally that is trying to get people to walk through the door and they show up and they're seeing something different than what enticed them to come in, what it creates is a disconnect, disappointment, and sometimes anger.
Have you ever seen something that's like, oh my gosh, that's not even close?
All the time.
According to a recent survey by the National Association of Realtors, 46% of the group's members said they've used AI-generated content, for example, with listing descriptions. And 33% say AI has had a moderately positive impact on their business. That's compared to 46% who say there's been no impact by artificial intelligence, and just 2% who say they've seen a moderately negative impact.
People's mindsets are changing every single day.
And the technology is rapidly evolving. Recently, AutoReal rolled out AI avatars for agents.
It's just a headshot of you that we bring to life in the corner of the video, like around here or so, where you're talking and describing the home.
Next year,
we might be able to actually put you in the home.
Then, who knows what's next?
If you're on the house hunt and you have a question about a property and whether what you see is what you'll get, take a look at previous listing photos. You can also have your agent call the listing agent to ask about AI. I'm Susan Campbell.
Well, you should know that tune by now here at Fox 10. 'Tis the season for giving, and students from Bayside Academy are helping to make sure children across our area have a present under the tree this Christmas. Students donating to our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive by delivering the gifts to our station. School leaders say this is an important time for their students because it gives them an opportunity to appreciate what they have, all while spreading joy to others.
It's exciting to be able to work with our lower school student government, our student elected leaders elected by their classmates, and for them to be able to spread joy this holiday season. And they even said maybe this is what it feels like to be one of Santa's elves.
And we appreciate them so much. I had the chance to meet them yesterday. They are a precious group of kiddos setting a good example. And you can join them as well by dropping off new unwrapped toys off at Mercedes-Benz of Mobile, Hanson Supertex, All in Credit Union, Sweat Tire and Automotive, Eastern Shore Toyota, and of course the Fox 10 studios on Satchel Paige Drive, or the Volunteers of America Southeast headquarters on Hillcrest in Mobile. Well, 'tis the season to holiday shop as well, but it's also the time to be aware of toys that could harm children. December is National Safe Toys and Gifts Month. Dr. Gina Robinson, a pediatrician at Cleveland Clinic, suggests when picking out those gifts, you want to watch for toys with small pieces that your child could eat or swallow, causing a choking hazard. So it's important to follow the age recommendations of the products. The same advice applies to toys that contain magnets and batteries. Make sure those batteries are hard to access and include a cover that is screwed shut. Finally, throw away leftover packaging, especially plastic bags, along with wrapping paper and gift bags that a child could easily get their head into or get into their mouths. It's 11:42. Thanks for making Fox 10 Midday a part of your morning. Still to come, Disney is going AI. Plus, the Queen of Clean shows us a simple home window cleaner. These stories and much more after this. Welcome back. Disney is investing $1 billion in OpenAI and licensing its characters for Sora, the AI company's video generation platform.
Disney's equity stake in OpenAI is the first major licensing agreement for Sora.
Users of the short-form video-generating social media network will be able to make videos using more than 200 Disney animated characters.
That includes characters like Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Cinderella.
Animated characters from Marvel and Lucasfilm like Yoda are also included as well. What are your thoughts on this?
People are going to be churning out videos, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's about to be everywhere.
Your feed is about to be filled with Disney animations.
Which I'm okay
and some of them are probably going to be absolutely terrible.
Right.
But
that is true. I know people have mixed opinions on this for sure. For sure. So.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
All right, brace for that. Well, this holiday party in England got just a little wild.
Animals at the Whipsane Zoo got into the holiday spirit early with their own holiday party.
Zookeepers brought seasonal foods and gifts for them, including a tree-shaped ice block for penguins. Oh, that's so sweet.
Christmas trees for elephants and gifts with snacks stuffed inside for their Max monkeys.
Zoo officials said human visitors can also join in some fun holiday events. So much fun there. I love that.
It's like the little school Christmas party.
Look at the stockings and the lion exhibit. They deserve a Christmas too.
Yes.
For sure. Well, windows can get pretty dirty quickly, as we know.
Today, the Queen of Clean shows us a simple and easy window cleaning solution. It uses club soda.
You know, when you're cleaning your inside windows, you don't want to grab a bucket and a sponge. You want something you can spray on and get done quickly and easily. So I'm going to show you how to make a really unique window cleaner today. And it's going to use club soda, because the carbonations and the salt do a great job cleaning the dirt off the window, and it helps keep the static off so they don't get dirty again as fast. So the first thing you need is 2 cups of club soda, which I've already poured into this container. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now, you know how I love lemon juice. It can clean just about anything. Then to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now, that's what you use when you thicken gravy and things like that. We're going to stir it up just to blend in that cornstarch. And then we're going to fill our bottle. Now remember, always label your bottles because you want to know what's in that bottle when you go to use it. We're going to put a funnel in because I don't have the pouring power to do it without it. So we're going to just pour it into our sprayer like that. We're going to put the sprayer top on. And then when you're ready to clean the windows, we're going to just spray and we're going to wipe. Now, what can you use to wipe with? It works really well. I love coffee filters, and I buy these at the cheapest place I can find them. There's no lint in them. They polish. They do a great job. I know a lot of you use newsprint, but if it gets on the white of your windows, if it gets on your paint, it makes a mess. So try the coffee filters. Of course, the old standby paper towels, and one of my favorites, microfiber cloths. They clean and they leave no streaks behind. So all you have to do is spray it on and you're done. So give it a try and see if it doesn't do a great job on your inside windows. For more information, go to queenofclean.com. Thanks for talking dirty with the Queen of Clean.
Welcome back. A hiker's journey through a popular national park took a dangerous turn when he became stuck in quicksand. And take a look at this. We see how rescuers work together to save that man's life. Patrick Cornell has the story.
Check out the moment rescuers using a drone spotted a hiker stuck in quicksand struggling to get free. Austin Dirks says he was hiking a canyon in Arches National Park in Utah when he sank knee-deep into the murk.
Felt like I had stepped into concrete and then it hardened around my leg. I couldn't even move it a millimeter.
Dirks, an experienced hiker using a GPS satellite messenger to alert rescuers to his location, stuck for hours in freezing temperatures by the time a park ranger reached him, handing over a shovel to start digging, but it wasn't enough to free himself as water and sand kept filling the hole faster than he could shovel. A short time later, the cavalry arrived. From the air, you could see a full search and rescue team show up to start getting Dirks unstuck. Minutes later, the rescue starts to unfold. Crews expertly laid out a ladder and traction boards, giving the team the ability to pull Dirks out of the jam and get him to safety, stopping to snap this pic of the scene after finally being freed. Dirks is doing okay after that scary ordeal, but knows it was a narrow escape.
I realized that that's the closest I've ever come to dying. I mean, I literally owe my life to them.
On the other side of the world, a herd of goats stuck in a bad situation. The animals had been reported missing from a farm in northern Italy. Turns out they'd wandered way up a mountain. Hold on, let's take a pause and just check out that incredible view. Carrying on, rescuers from the country's fire service, I guess they do snow too, took a chopper up the mountain, found the herd at an altitude of 8,200 feet, and it seems they were happy to be found. In total, crews located 37 goats, all in good condition. The team rounded them all up and marched them about 6,000 feet down the mountain to the safety of their pasture. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
I love that story. Love some goats.
Yeah.
Did you know that I can make a very realistic goat noise?
Well, you just walked yourself into a trap, didn't you?
One of my hidden talents. I'm not doing it today. Stay tuned and watch another time. I'm not doing it. No.
Do it. I will boycott weather.
Nicholas. Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is Fox 10 Midday. We're going to go to the forecast right now where we're talking about Christmas. This is Christmas week. Warmer than average temperatures. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. Now, there could be some details that we miss here because, again, this is a long-range temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. This is a forecast from the meteorologists at the Climate Prediction Center, but there could be changes. There could be, a system that pushes through at some point temporarily give us some cooler air relative to average. But the overall picture does look warmer for that time period. All right, forecast today, cool temperatures in the upper 50s, looking great. Futurecast is quiet into the evening with only a few high clouds, looking good as we start our Friday. Here's a 7-day outlook. Friday gets warm with a high of 70 degrees, 73 degrees on Saturday with a 20% chance of showers, increasing cloud cover ahead of our system. Monday, we're in the freezer.
Whoa.
We're in the freezer.
Back in the freezer.
We're deep, 26 degrees, low of 20 in our inland spots. So I mean, that is cold.
I like my cold weather for sure. Thank you for watching Fox 10 Midday. If you made it to the end, thanks for sticking around for the goat impression.
Good job.
Nick, I'm going to talk to you after the newscast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you on Fox 10 live at 3. Enjoy your Thursday and stay safe out there.